right behind me, it's starting to see some movement as the members of parliament and various members of the executive are making their way into the Cape Town City Hall. Of course, one of the people in the national executive is the IFP's Narend Singh, who's now the Deputy Minister for Fisheries, Forestry and the Environment. Mr. Singh, thank you so much for your time once again. And firstly, let's start with the issue of being appointed to the national executive. You've been in office now for about 2 weeks. Has it been what you imagined to be?
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Good afternoon to you, Bululani, and to your viewers. Yes, and fortunately, because I've been in this portfolio serving in the national government for the last 10 years in the portfolio committee, and I was MEC for environment for about 8 years in KwaZulu-Natal. So one did expect the kind of work, but really when you get down to listening to all the DDGs and the Director General presenting, there is a lot of work that needs to be done, and I think we've got our work cut out for us.
And how would you describe the Cabinet Lekgotla over the weekend? Do you think it was a success? And as the IFP, have you been able to be accommodated in this government of national unity? Do you think you are able to convince or to get your inputs considered?
Yeah, it's been a great success, and I think that the President of the country really set the scene when he encouraged the partners in the GNU to come up openly about issues they may have. But by and large, I think all parties have agreed on broad objectives that will ensure that the people of South Africa can benefit from the service delivery of this new GNU. We may have differences in the path that we want to take to achieve some of those goals, but these are things that we I think, mature enough to talk about internally and ensure that the people of the country get the best out of the GNU.
The issue that has always been a hot potato in your portfolio is the allocation of quotas. Do you think we can expect a different direction in terms of considering this issue of the allocation of quotas, particularly when we talk about empowering previously people?
The Minister, Dr. George, has spoken about this on a number of occasions already, and I think we are fully behind him as his deputy ministers and the department. Indeed, using the environment, the rich fauna and flora that we have in our country for the economic benefit of the majority of the people is going to be one of our uppermost goals. And we've started in that area when you look like areas like the Greater St. Lucia Wetland Park, now known as Mangaliso. You look at the EPWP programs, you look at the fishing cooperatives that have been established, you look at the other opportunities that are going to be granted. We are really going to ensure that previously disadvantaged people in our parks. We don't want people in our parks just to be workers, in tourist camps, but we want them to have equity. And I think as a department, we will ensure that we work with communities in that regard so that they have a sense of ownership. You don't have your rhino poaching and all sorts of other poaching because people believe that those assets are their assets as well.
Thank you so much, Narend Singh, the Deputy Minister for Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment. Of course, we will monitor how previously disadvantaged people actually benefit from this sector.